Hello everyone, welcome to the online course on digital logic design. In this topic we shall continue our discussion on Boolean algebra. So first let us summarize what we have discussed so far on this topic. We started with few definitions of concepts related to Boolean algebra, and we saw that uh, all measurable quantities in Boolean algebra are represented in terms of a variable, and this variable is a symbol which is usually represented in the form of one uppercase letter, and it represents a logical quantity. So logic has two values, true or false. So a variable can have two numerical values which are 0 or 1. It means a variable is a binary quantity, and similarly its complement is inverse. For example, if a variable x is equal to 0, then its complement is equal to 1. And usually we represent Boolean operation in the form of Boolean expressions, and in that expression each term consists of a number of variables, and each variable is known as a literal. So a variable when represented in a Boolean expression, it is known as a literal. Then we discussed set. Set is a collection of objects having common properties, and element of set. If a and b are the element of set, then we write a belongs to s and b belongs to s. This epsilon symbol denotes belongs to. And if s is a set, and if a, b and c are three elements of sets, then if we define an operator steric, then this operator is a valid operator if the result of its operation is an element which also belongs to the same set. For example, a steric b is equal to c is a valid operator on a set S if a and b and c, all these three elements belongs to S. Then we discuss Boolean operation, which are addition. Addition is normally represented by OR gate. OR gate describes Boolean addition, and Boolean multiplication is performed by AND gate. So Boolean addition is represented in the form of sum of literal a plus b complement, a complement plus b complement plus c, and so on. It can consist of two variables or more than two variables. And characteristic of Boolean addition is that the sum term is 1 if any of the literal is equal to 1. If all the literals involved in the Boolean expression are equal to 0, then the sum becomes equal to 0. In contrast, the Boolean multiplication is represented as a product of literal, and this is performed by a Boolean AND gate. And its characteristic is that if all literals in an expression are equal to 1, then the product term is equal to 1, otherwise it is equal to 0. Then we discussed few laws and postulates of Boolean algebra one by one. For example, commutative law of addition says that if a and b are two Boolean variables, then a plus b is equal to b plus a. It means if we have an OR gate, and if we change the order of inputs, the input a becomes b and b becomes a, then there is no effect on the output. The output would remain same. Same is the case with commutative law of multiplication, where we have a multiplication operation realized in the form of an AND gate. So a and b is equal to b and a. Then we discuss associative law of addition, which states that if a, b and c are three binary variables, then a plus bracket b plus c is equal to a plus b bracket plus c. It means that if we first take the logical OR of B and C and then its result is connected to the input of another OR gate whose second input is A. This produces the same result if we first take the logical OR operation of A and B and then take the logical OR of its result with C. Associative law of multiplication also operates in the same manner, with the exception that the OR operation is replaced by AND operation. If A and B and C are three binary variables, then A and bracket B and C is equal to within bracket A and B and C. Means if we first take the logical AND of B and C and then perform an AND operation with A, the result is similar to the one when we take first the logical AND of AB and then perform an AND operation on its result along with C. Law of distribution of multiplication over addition states that A and within bracket B plus C is equal to A and B plus A and C. So this multiplication is distributed over addition of these two variables. Then we completed our lecture with few basic rules of algebra, Boolean algebra, where we saw that A or 0 is equal to A. It means if we have an OR gate and its one of input is fixed to 0, then the output will depend on the other variable, which is A. If A is 0, then output is 0, and if A is 1, then output is 1. So 0 is known as additive identity. Similarly, if we have an AND gate and its one of the input is fixed to logical 1, then the output is dependent on the other input which is connected to variable A. So if A is equal to 0, the result is 0, and if A is equal to 1, the result is 1. So A and 1 is equal to A. So 1 is known as the multiplicative identity. Similarly, A plus 1 is equal to 1 because it is an OR operator. So in OR operator, if any of the input is 1, the result is always 1. And A and 0 is always equal to 0 because for an AND gate, if one of the input is 0, then output is always equal to 0 no matter what is the value of other input. Then A plus A is equal to A plus A complement is equal to 1. We also discussed this in our previous lecture. A dot A is equal to A dot A complement is equal to 0, A and A complement is equal to 0, A double complement is equal to A plus AB is equal to A. We proved it. A plus AB, if we take A from both the terms common, then we have 1 plus B over here, and 1 plus any variable is always equal to 1 from postulate number 2. So A and 1 plus B is equal to 1, A and 1 is always equal to A. So we can write that A plus AB is equal to A. Similarly, A plus A complement B is equal to A plus B. You can verify this thing from the truth table. You have a variable A, variable B, then you have A complement, then you have A complement B, then you have A plus B. You make a truth table of all these terms and you will see that A plus A complement B, the column for A plus A complement B is equal to the column for A plus B. You can easily verify this from the truth table. In the same manner, you can also verify AB plus AC is equal to A plus BC. You can write something like this: a plus b into a plus c. You can apply the product of these two terms. You can write a dot a plus a dot c plus a dot b plus b dot c. So a dot a is equal to a plus, you take common from this, so you take common as a from all these three terms, you come up with something like this. Let me write it over here. If we take common a, then you have 1 plus c plus b plus d c. So this quantity is equal to 1, because 1, when we take a logical OR of 1 with any other variable, the result is always equal to 1. So this term reduces to a plus b c. So this is how you verify the things. Now in this lecture we will extend our discussion to this more concepts of Boolean algebra, and we will see some more postulates and theorems. And the most important theorem is known as De Morgan's theorem. And De Morgan's first theorem states that a and b whole complement is equal to a complement or b complement. It means that if we have an AND gate which is connected to a and b terms, and we take the AND operation and then apply an inverter at its output, which is actually makes it a NAND gate, this is equal to an OR gate whose inputs are inverted. Right? A and b whole complement, a and b whole complement is equal to a complement or b complement. So when you can see from here that when this bubble, which denotes an inversion operation, when this bubble is moved to the input side, the gate becomes from the gate changes from AND to OR gate, right? So AND with an inverter at the output becomes OR with inverters at the inputs. Okay. Second theorem states that a or b whole complement is equal to a complement and b complement. It means that if we have an OR gate and it is connected to input a and b, and if we connect an inverter at its output which becomes a NOR gate, this is equal to AND gate with inverted inputs, a complement, b complement. So these inverted inputs are denoted by bubbles, so you can replace this by this. So whenever we have an OR gate and an inverter bubble at the output, then this is equal to an AND gate with the inverter bubble at all its inputs. So this bubble, when move towards this side, this is applied to both the inputs a and b, and the gate changes from OR gate to AND gate. So this is what you have to remember: a complement b is equal to a complement plus b complement, AND becomes OR operator, and all the literals becomes complemented. Similarly, a or b whole complement is equal to a complement and b complement. This complement is distributed on all the literals, and OR operation becomes AND operation. And De Morgan theorem can be applied x and y and z whole complement. This is equal to x complement or y complement or z complement. All the AND operations are changed to OR operation, and this bar is distributed over all the literals. Similarly, x plus y plus z whole complement is equal to x complement and y complement and z complement. A very important concept is that the De Morgan theorem can be extended to combinations of variables. It means if we have multiple terms and we apply complement over them, then what we have to do, for example, if we have one term is a plus b and c and a and c plus b. Now these are two terms. So this expression is being represented in the form of product of sums, POS form, product of sum. You have a product of two sums. Product of sum expression is represented like this. One term is here in this bracket and another term is in this bracket, and we have an AND operation, product over here. So this is product, and each term is represented in the form of sum. For example, a plus b, b plus ab. So these two terms are sum. So these we have sums over here, sum over here, and we form product of them. So this is POS representation, product of sum representation. Another representation is SOP, sum of product. Sum of product representation means that we have a sum of two terms or more than two terms, and each term is a product term, like a and b, a complement and b complement and c. So we have multiple terms and we have an OR operation. So this is SOP form, sum of product and product of sum. So if we have such type of expression and we apply a complement over it, for example, if we have an expression a and b plus b and c, so we have representation as sum of product. You have a sum over here of two product terms, and if we apply complement on it, now how we can apply it? The first thing is that this sum terms, sum operation changes to multiplication operation. So plus or becomes and this is represented by a dot, and then this complement is extended, this complement is distributed to each term. So this term become a and b whole complement. Similarly, this terms become b and c whole complement. Now a and b whole complement becomes equal to a complement plus b complement. Similarly, we have an AND operation over here, and this becomes b complement plus c complement. So this is how De Morgan theorem is applied. Similarly, if we have a situation like a plus b and c, this is one term which is in the form of sum, and this is another term a and c plus b, and we have a product over here. And if we apply complement over this expression, then this is solved like this. This complement is first distributed on each term, a plus b and c whole complement. This AND operation becomes the OR operation, and this is complement. So you can consider this term as a and this term as b. So you have a and b whole complement, which is equal to a complement plus b complement. So a is this term, so you place a complement over here. Similarly, b is this term, you place a complement over here. Now to solve it further, you have to apply complement on each term individually. So now this term is a sum term, so you can write a plus b and c whole complement is equal to a complement, or becomes and b and c whole complement. Similarly, for this term you have a and c complement, this or becomes and operation, and b complement. Now you further solve it like this. So now this and this complement is further simplified like this: b and c whole complement is equal to b complement plus c complement. Similarly, a and c whole complement becomes a complement or c complement. Now you can multiply the individual terms and obtain something like this: a complement and b complement, a complement and c complement with or operation, or a complement b complement, or b complement c complement. Then you can further solve it by taking commons from it and then solving it using the postulate which we have discussed in our previous lecture. So this is how you can generalize the De Morgan theorem on any number of variables or any combinations of variables. So from this slide we can see that the Boolean expressions are usually described in two forms. One is the product of sum representation and the other one is sum of product representation. So now we have discussed the basic rules of Boolean algebra. We can continue our discussion, and we can see that Boolean algebra provides us a concise way to represent operation of a logic circuit. We can describe the operation of a digital logic circuit with the help of a Boolean expression, and then we can use the postulates of Boolean algebra to simplify those expressions so that our circuits or digital implementation of the function is simplified. And complete functional verification of logic circuits can be done by evaluating the Boolean expression using different input combinations. For example, you have a circuit something like this. You have an OR gate with inputs A, B, and then you have another OR gate with inputs C, and then you have another OR AND gate which is something like this. Now this is a digital circuit, and you can express this circuit with the help of a Boolean expression, which is A plus B plus C and E. Now how you can verify its operation? You can verify this expression for all possible input combinations. So here you have 4 variables, so total number of combinations in the truth table is 2 raised to power 4, which is equal to 16. So you have a column for A, B, C and E. You have 4 variables, and total number of rows in the truth table is equal to 16. So you start with 0 0 0 0, then you have 0 0 0 1 up to 1 1 1 1. You have 16 possible combination, and for each combination you evaluate this term A plus B plus C times E. So this is 0, this is 0, and so on. So this is how you verify the function of a given digital circuit or given logical circuit. This is another example. You have AND gate and OR gate and an inverter connected to the input C, and then you have another AND gate. So if you are given a circuit like this, then you can obtain its Boolean expression in a straightforward manner. You have a, b, c, d, 4 variables, then this intermediate value is a and b because it is connected to the AND gate. Then you have c complement over here. C complement is being logical odd with a and b, so you have a and b plus c complement. Then this is connected to an AND gate whose another input is connected to D. So the final Boolean expression that you obtain is a and b plus c complement whole multiply by D. Now here you have a product of two terms. You have an AND operation. One term is D, another term is a, b plus c complement. Now the output is 1 if and only if both of these expressions are equal to 1. If D is equal to 1 and if this other term a, b plus c complement is equal to 1. And you can easily evaluate this expression with the help of truth table. So here the truth table is constructed like this. We have 4 variables. We start from 0 0 0 0 and we go to 1 1 1 1. So you have 8 terms over here and 8 terms over here. So in total you have 16 terms in the truth table, and for each combination of input this output is evaluated. It is either 0 or 1 depending upon the expression. Okay, let's take another example of simplification of a Boolean expression using laws of Boolean algebra. And we have an expression ab plus a bracket b plus c plus b bracket b plus c. So let's simplify it. We multiply a with this sum term. This produces ab plus ac. Similarly b plus bc. Now we take b as common from these two terms, so it produces, you have ab plus bb, and if we take b common it produces a plus 1, and as we know that a plus 1 is always equal to 1, so this whole term reduces to b, so we place b over here. Again, if we take b common from these two terms, we obtain b, and finally if we take b common from a, b and b, it reduces to b. So the final simplified form of this expression is b plus ac. So from here you can see that simplification of Boolean expression in fact results in simplification of its circuits. When we implement this Boolean expression, which is in original unsimplified form, it requires 5 logical gates, out of which 2 are OR gates and 3 are AND gates, and after simplification the resultant circuit just has 2 gates. And as we have discussed earlier, the standard forms of Boolean expressions are two. One is the sum of product form and other is the product of sum forms. In sum of product form we have multiple product term and we have an OR operation in between them. For example, AB plus ABC, ABC plus CDE plus B complement C D complement. Literals in each term can be in normal or complementary form. The other representation is product of sum forms. We have product of multiple terms, and each term is in fact sum of literals, like a complement b and a plus b complement plus c. So all these three examples are product of sum representation of a Boolean expression. In implementation of sum of product expression, we have each individual term corresponds to one literal, or if we have two literals, then we have a logical AND operation between these two literals, and finally at the output side we have an OR gate which represents addition operation of all the sums. In case of product of sum representation, the individual terms correspond to an OR operation or sum operation, and at the output side we have an AND gate which corresponds to the product of individual sums. Now here we have an example of conversion of a general expression to sum of product form. We have an expression AB plus B times CD plus EF. So we multiply B with all the terms within the bracket, and we obtain AB plus BCD plus BEF. So this is an expression which is in the form of sum of product. We have three product terms A, B, B, C, D and B, E, F, and they are all added together. So if we implement this expression using logical gates, so we have an OR gate at the output, and it has three inputs, and each of its input corresponds to a product term. So we have an AND gate for each product term. First AND gate takes the product of A, B. Second AND gate takes the product of B, C, D, and the third one produces the product of B, E and F. So from here you can see that in sum of product representation of Boolean expressions, you have an OR gate at the output, and its each individual input is actually it comes from an AND gate. In the same manner, you can also visualize other two examples that are represented in this slide. So with this we conclude our today's lecture, and we'll see you with more examples and more concepts on Boolean algebra in the next video.